In the quiet alleys of ShadiPur in West Delhi, a scam call centre is in operation. This group of scammers run multiple scams and will target people all over the world, including India and Europe.
Thank you for contacting Federal Police Department. How may I help you?
Okay, as you have the money in a form of cash with you, now we're gonna save the assets and show the government a legal proof that this is the amount that you have taken out from your bank and this is the only money that you have, right? And this is the only bank account that you're banking with. There's no other connection that you have with other bank accounts.
But pretending to be the police is going to prove their downfall. I was first alerted to this group of scammers through one of my friends, Nanobaiter. I've left a link to his version of the video in the top right and it's in the description. But it was quickly very obvious that this group had CCTV. You might wonder why scammers have CCTV, and it's because it's part of the building infrastructure which they rent and they really don't like it there. And in fact, the odd person would either cover or turn one or two of the cameras to avoid recording what they were doing. But no amount of camera covering was going to stop a dedicated group of scam baiters recording exactly what they did and handing the information to the police. But what sort of scam were they running? Here you can see one of their scripts. It's just a modified version of the US Customs and Border script, here modified for Austria. Ultimately, they would try and persuade victims that their money in the bank was at risk and the only way of safeguarding it would be to go and buy what they termed a security card, which we all know means gift card.
Hello, this call is from Interpol. The purpose of this call is to inform you that your Austrian identity has been misused for fraudulent and illegal activity. For more information, press 1. I repeat, press 1.
And for anyone who did press 1, they would be forced to speak English to a scammer in this building. But how did we know that it was this building? Obviously, the CCTV was a major clue to the inside of the building. Here we're tracking one person walking from the entrance right through to the rooms where the scam happened. Although there were many rooms covered by CCTV, we couldn't be sure that all of them were used for scams. But as always, it was the wireless network information which gave away the location most accurately. Here you can see the wireless networks around the building and we could pinpoint it to within 15 metres. These scammers seem to be occupying the Ojas Business Centre in ShadiPur in New Delhi. And this was confirmed by comparing the CCTV with online pictures inside the call centre. Here's camera 2 with a dripping air conditioner and an online search shows the same photograph with that same air conditioning unit. Camera 4 showed one of the rooms used for scams and the online search shows the same room in a better condition. Even the corridor view on camera 7 was shown on an online picture of Ojas. But if we were going to bring these scammers down, we needed evidence of their scams, so we also needed audio. But thankfully, with access to the scammers' computers, we could also pick up on the audio. Here you can see a scammer's computer screen together with her script on the bottom of that screen. She's currently scamming someone called Sven in Austria.
Okay, so first of all, miss, we are going to fill up a declaration form in behalf of you and make a list of an assets that generally you own. Because at this point of time, the things that you don't own will be seized and freezed. Okay? I believe you know what is seized and freezed.
But because most people speak German in Austria, it was difficult for some of their victims to understand what the scam was about.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't understand you, sorry.
in order to differentiate between the culprit and you, we are going to fill up a declaration form. And on that declaration form, we are going to put each and everything that is belonging to you. And according to the case records that does not belong to you, that does not belong to you but it is under your name, we are going to close each and everything. We are going to seize each and everything. Okay? Because we don't want the culprit to misuse your name further.
This declaration form is simply a way for the scammer to work out just how much money the victim has and she will attempt to steal all of it. The victim is still suspicious that she may be speaking to someone who isn't Europol, so she asks for a number to call her back.
The problem the problem why I'm so why I am now so is that the number if I call you would like to call you
Miss,
back,
we
I
first
can't
of
call
all,
you back.
we are here to differentiate between the culprit and you. After filling your declaration form, we will be providing you each and everything.
And they will offer two choices to their victims. But of course, the first choice isn't really a choice at all.
You have to listen to me very carefully.
Okay.
After that, it's your wish. Which option would you like to go for? Okay? Okay.
Okay.
You are just an innocent person. That's the reason we are giving you an option. So the first option is inside the courthouse. Inside the courthouse means, do you want to resolve this case inside the courthouse by hiring a criminal lawyer for yourself who can fight this case inside the courthouse on behalf of you? But if anything goes wrong against you, like it goes against you, the case goes against you, you need to pay 200,000 euros as a penalty charge and prison for 5 to 10 years in the courthouse. This was the first option. Now the second option. Just because you are innocent person, so we are giving you this second option as well. The second option is outside the courthouse. Outside the courthouse means, do you want to resolve this case with the help of the federal police officers so that they can talk to you, they can pay a visit at your residence, they will be helping you to cancel the arrest warrant, as well as they will be helping you with the best way to come out from this case without facing any legal consequences. And the plus
Okay.
point over the second option is, you don't have to go to the courthouse, you don't have to hire a criminal lawyer. We will be doing each and everything from our side in behalf of you. So you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to pay anything for anything. This was the second option, and the second option is called ADR. That is outside the courthouse. That means alternative dispute resolution. Okay? So did you understand both
Okay.
options?
Of course, they want all of their victims to choose this second option because this will allow them to convince the victim to go and buy a security card. And if the victim complains that she should be speaking in German, well, they have an excuse for that one too.
Um, Speak with me in German. That's the other point.
Ma'am,
I don't
listen.
understand it.
This is the international case. This is not the Australian case or German case that we are dealing right now, right? We have to submit all the recordings to the courthouse, to our jury, as well as we have to submit the recordings to the US Department as well.
I guess that saves them having to learn another language to do this scam in certain European countries. Scammers always work in pairs. Here, the agent is now calling her supervisor to close out this sale. The guy in the shorts and glasses is one of two supervisors who operate in this room. He takes a note of the victim's phone number and will then pretend to be her local police by spoofing the number of that local police station.
Before taking you in the custody. And as you proved yourself that you are an innocent person, so we need to resolve the case as soon as possible, okay? Okay. So miss, just give me
Okay.
a moment so I can just transfer this call to my senior officer, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But they don't just deal with gift cards. Here they are scamming a Slovakian man and urging him to sign up on an online banking app, and they will eventually transfer money using that app.
Like you have to put like residence, country residence like Slovakia, or you have to put Europe over there. Slovakia, yeah, Slovakia.
And they'll casually instruct the victim to upload their identity documents.
Click on driver's license. Now, just click on yeah, just allow. Click the picture for the front side of your driving license. Make sure just clear the camera lens. Yeah, the picture should be clear, okay?
It's almost impossible for banks to distinguish between victims and real people signing up.
Now please read it what is written down. You have to do the things like that. Please read. Read before click on I'm ready.
When the scammer gets these victims to sign up, they'll also get them to enter their credit or debit card details for a so-called refund. But of course all they'll do is buy cryptocurrency with those debit card details and transfer them to themselves.
Like the card number is correct or the card number is wrong.
During this sign-up process, the victim will be unaware that the scammers are watching his phone via the AnyDesk application. All banking applications should detect the presence of a remote access tool like AnyDesk and prevent operation. I've already seen a few banks implement this, and it should be possible for all of them to do likewise.
I think so. You have get a message from the bank, and you have to put a code over there.
But thankfully for this victim, fraud was detected and the transaction didn't go through.
किसी के पास आन दो, धोखे से ले लेंगे, वो बीटी से लेंगे, एड्रेस भेज के एड्रेस.
But some scams did succeed, and eventually the money would work its way back to this call centre. Here's one of the bosses counting out the money which he will pay his staff in cash. And even when they couldn't steal money, they left their victims alarmed and confused.
There's nobody else to choose this option, because if the arrest warrant get releases, you will be arrested, not someone else. You have to go in the prison. Yeah, you can take your time, just drink some water and calmly just listen to me, and you have to choose one option then. You just calm down first.
But unusually, this group didn't just target Australia and Europe, they also targeted India. They ran a fake recruitment scam.
So mention the Bangalore address. So now have you filled your all details in that form?
They would use legitimate websites like shine.com and pose as recruiters.
Hello? No?
Can I talk to Vishalakshi?
Who's this?
Ma'am, Aruhi here from the perfectjobs.com. This is a recruitment mediator organization that where I'm calling right now. Okay. So I have a few opportunities relevant to your profile.
She will tell the candidates that there's a job on offer, but it comes at a price.
Opportunities which we are giving, it's a paid services. You are comfortable in a paid services?
Okay, now which company you said actually?
The name of a company who is based in the Bangalore, Deloitte India, Capgemini and Mphasis. These three particular company I have for you, which is already viewed your CV, and it's for the same job role. It's for the team lead. You're okay?
The problem is that none of these job opportunities actually exist, and in fact they use the same jobs for absolutely everyone they attempt to recruit. The scam is really about directing each of these potential recruits to browse to one of a few different websites. All the websites look the same, but they all have one thing in common. On the surface this might look like a legitimate website, but in fact none of the links do anything. The only thing that actually works is the sign up part and the bit where you send a payment.
PG3 option.
Yeah.
Click on
OK. Payment proceed.
OK button. After that, there is what is showing.
In fact, the lady you hear running this scam is this person in the red top. Here she is walking down a corridor, so eventually we were able to work out which rooms were running which scams. This would be important as we'd eventually need to lead the police to exactly where we knew these scams were happening. It also helped that she used her real name when answering the phone and even named the spreadsheet of victims after her name. And since the police require victims, here we had a ready-made one. It was time to get the police involved. But there were two very distinct scams happening here. This is the room with the Austrian, German and Slovakian scam, where Europol would be interested, but there was also the Indian scam, where the Indian authorities could take action directly. This is where I involved my friend Sven. The only thing we weren't sure about was which floor the cameras covered. So Sven and NeeP, who's taking this video, actually dared to go into the scam call centre itself and make sure we had the right floor. We could even see them climbing the stairs and entering the building on CCTV. If you want to see a bit more of that, check out the videos in the links below. We could even see those cameras on the footage that NeeP took. So when eventually they got to the right floor, they pointed the cameras into the rooms where we suspected the scams were happening. When the camera was pointed into the entrance of the 4th floor, Sunshine Calling Private Limited, we could confirm that this was indeed the business running the scams. The next step would be to convince the police to raid this floor. So while Sven talked to the Delhi police about the Indian scam, I was on to the Austrian police and was able to show them pictures of every one of the scammers who ran that Austrian version. And it wasn't long before I heard from the police in Austria. One of the cybercrime specialists, a chief inspector, reached out to me and I was able to send them more audio and video about the Austrian scams. And it was just a few weeks later that the CBI in Delhi acted.
CBI has arrested 2 accused in a case related to cheating, extortion with the foreign nationals and other offences. 4 cryptocurrency wallets have also been seized with an amount worth rupees 1 crore 30 lakh found inside those wallets. My colleague Bhavtosh gets us more details on this big crackdown on crypto by the centre.
Operation that was carried out by the Central Bureau of Investigation. As per CBI, they have arrested 2 accused in a case related to cheating, extortion with foreign national and other offences. 4 cryptocurrencies wallets have amounting to around 1.32 crore rupees have been seized. The Central Bureau of Investigation has, in a statement, has said that they have arrested 2 accused, and this case, in fact, relates to cheating. The CBI has said that they had registered a case in New Delhi, and subsequently the allegations are that illegal call center was being run, and this call center was in New Delhi. It was alleged that the accused in this case were involved in illegal acts of a large-scale cyber cheating and extortion with foreign nationals by impersonating themselves as police officers, thereby causing loss to the foreign national and gain to themselves. The tip-off actually was given by the Europol, which is very similar to Interpol's European unit, or the federal police, to the which in fact caused, with the complete impact was lost, and subsequent to that, this information was shared with CBI, which carried out its own investigation and arrested these individuals, and also led to recovery of the cryptocurrency.
So thanks to a few dedicated scam baiters, we managed to take down an entire scam call centre. Not only were the top people arrested, but the police were also able to seize crypto wallets worth over $150,000. Normally this would be the end of the video, however even after those raids we noticed that the recruitment scam still continues, and in fact even as this video goes live, the recruitment scam is still there, running in the same offices. Let's just hope that the CBI can also crack down on this one. So you can probably see why these videos take a little bit longer than some other videos you may see. Obviously I couldn't release any material until the police had done their bit, but sometimes that perseverance pays off. If you would like to support me in my fight against scammers, I have a Patreon page. The link is on screen and in the description. You could possibly even buy me a coffee if you feel inclined. The link is also here. And catch me on Twitter, I'm Jim Browning11 there. Once again, thanks for watching.